high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus with news from Troy University locations around the world. This is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for March 24th, 2014. I am Caitlin Crow.
And I'm Amanda Ford. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University students put on their walking shoes Saturday night to help out with the fight against cancer. Courtney Addison has the story.
For Life is a nationwide event to raise money for the American Cancer Society. And over the weekend, Troy University had the opportunity to take part in this cause. And some students feel taking part in this activity is somewhat of a tradition.
I've done relay pretty much my whole life, living back in Florida. I think it's just a great cause.
Relay for Life is something I participated in like my entire life, something that my hometown does, something that my community does at home. So it's kind of like a tradition, like just a way of life. And also I've had family members who have fought the battle of cancer.
We do it every year, and there's a lot of people in our organization who are affected by cancer, just like everyone else on campus. So we really enjoy helping out the cause.
Over 13 organizations participated in Saturday's event. This year's theme was Tune Out Cancer. Groups chose various cartoons to add a little fun to the occasion. One student says her favorite part of Relay reminds us why we participate in events like this.
It's kind of like one of the most emotional parts of the event, but when they announce the luminaries, it's kind of like, you know, it's touching, makes you feel good to know that this is really the reason why you're here.
Cancer has affected many people on Troy University's campus, but this year it hit one Relay for Life organizer close to home.
Relay for Life is so important to me because of my family. A lot of my family members have been affected by cancer, and the week before spring break, my aunt lost the battle to cancer and passed away. I believe that it's a really big cause that we need to raise awareness about and raise money for.
Courtney Addison, Troy, TrojanVision News.
They are still taking donations. If you are interested in donating, you can visit their website at relayforlife.org/Troy.
Fraternity brothers racing down Pell Avenue may not seem like an activity that the university would condone. However, they were doing just that Friday afternoon. But as Casey Freeman shows us, no one was in danger of getting a ticket.
This weekend, Troy University's Greek Week hosted the boxcar race. It was a chance for fraternities and sororities to come together to have a friendly competition.
Today we're doing the boxcar derby for Greek Week, and it's been pretty successful so far because it's the first time we've done that. So,
competing in the boxcar race means the fraternity and sororities has to put together a boxcar, and choosing a driver may or may not have been a part of their strategy.
Who was skinniest? Who was smallest?
it was voluntary. We didn't really know anything about it, so a sister just kind of came forth and said, I'd like to do it, I'd give it a try, and she did really well. So
the Greeks came out not only to support the organization, but to have fun and give back to the community at the same time.
It means a lot because all the money that we did goes to Wounded Warriors, so I mean, winning would be really nice, but just being here is awesome.
You race and have fun. It's all trial and error. This is our first year doing this, and it just gets my heart pumping. I was so excited to be able to come down here and have fun out of it.
Of course, it's not all fun and games when it comes down to winning points, so the organization can call themselves the Greek Week champion.
Winning this and what place we got within it determines the amount of points that we get towards our overall total, and according to what place we got, first place gets a certain amount of points, second place gets a certain amount, and it's all added up at the end of the week to determine the actual Greek Week winner. So,
Casey Freeman, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Kappa Delta won for the sororities and Farmhouse Fraternity won for the boys.
Over the weekend, Troy's annual Greek Week came to an end, but Saturday the Greek community faced off in some friendly competition. Mitchell Spoon has the story.
Saturday afternoon, the Greek community at Troy University ended its annual Greek Week with some friendly competition in the Greek Games. But what are the Greek Games, and what do they mean to someone in the Greek community?
It's just a good time for everybody to get together and raise money and awareness for philanthropies and just have a good time.
This year's Greek Games were different from years past. There is a new location as well as new games added to the schedule.
Right now we're in the middle of doing the BB shot contest. We're also about to do archery next. We have the up and down event where you take a balloon, you put it above your head and below your head. We have also other sorts of events, countless others nameless later today.
All the sororities and fraternities from Troy showed up to unite the Greek community under the motto, United Greeks Stand. The thing on everybody's mind wasn't on who could beat who, but just to have fun and spend time with members you normally wouldn't.
Us as a whole, the Greek community sometimes get, a little heated, a little debated, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're all chose to be Greek, and during this week, we just all come together and just have a good time together. That's basically all it's about.
Well, it's just a really cool time to come together and compete in a healthy way and get to spend time with your sisters when you usually wouldn't when they're involved in so many different kinds of organizations. And so it's just a really good time to come together and just hang out and love on each other and have a lot of fun competing.
Mitchell Spoon, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Greek Week officially wrapped up with the Order of Omega banquet last night. The winners of Greek Week for fraternities was Sigma Chi and for sororities Alpha Delta Pi. Troy University students often show their spirit at activities like this weekend's Greek Week games or other activities.
Well, the Trojan Warrior Spirit is the new focus of a new television ad campaign that is making its debut today. Courtney Addison gives us a look.
The Warrior Spirit, it's in there.
The new look of Troy University is coming to TV screens near you. Troy has launched a new television advertising campaign featuring Trojans showing off their warrior spirit.
This advertising campaign features real people from the life of Troy University. Our alumni, our faculty members, our students, they're the ones who are telling the Troy story in these ads. Not actors, but real Trojans.
The TV commercials were shot in Troy over the course of 2 days back in February and are now making their big debut to the public. Schubert hopes this new campaign helps relate the Trojan story to the public.
Troy University is an outstanding public, international institution. We offer a great experience whether you're on the Troy campus or whether you study online with us, and that is something that we want to express through our television advertising and all of our advertising.
This new approach is different than anything the university has done in the past.
In the past, Troy University has done all of its advertising sort of on a piece-by-piece basis. And what we're doing here is a complete revamp of our advertising campaign along a new theme that we think that everyone's going to be excited about.
Organizers add that the ad campaign involves a completely different perspective from Troy's previous forms of advertisements. Troy University is launching its new look with the help of a new advertising agency.
TGM is an advertising agency out of Atlanta, and when we met them, we just knew that they were a great fit for Troy University. Like Troy, they are authentic, real people, and they believe in great educations and having a lot of fun and our Trojan spirit. They understand us.
TGM is just as excited about working on Troy's campus as the university is to have them.
I mean, we are thrilled to be a part of Troy University now. We started wooing them a while back and went through a pretty lengthy and tough competition to actually win the business, and it's just been a great opportunity for us to get to know everybody here.
Courtney Addison, Troy, TrojanVision News.
For more information or to see the new commercial, you can visit troy.edu/spirit.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Police say they're investigating a fatal stabbing in West Birmingham. Lieutenant Sean Edwards says a man was found lying on the street Saturday with wounds to his back and stomach. The man was treated at the scene and was pronounced dead.
And in Millbrook, police say a man who was shot during a home invasion robbery has undergone surgery and is in critical but stable condition. Authorities say 2 men forced their way into a man's house early Saturday and demanded money. Police say a bullet traveled through the victim's hand and into his upper torso.
Authorities say at least 11 camping trailers have been destroyed by an early morning fire at an RV park in northwest Alabama. The fire broke out early today at the Rose Trail RV Park and campground a few miles outside of Cherokee in Colbert County. And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the baseball team finally saw the offensive output they've been waiting for on Sunday. Danielle Percival will be in with a recap of the weekend series when she joins us with sports. And now Danielle Percival joins us with sports. So Danielle, it looks like the baseball team had a very good weekend.
Well, that's right, Amanda. It was a good outing for the baseball team after a little bit of a slow start, but it was also an impressive weekend for the track and field team. We'll get into all those details here in sports. The Trojan baseball team got out to a slow start in their conference home opener, but as Amy Austin shows us, the Trojans began to heat up as the weekend went on.
As the bats lit up, the Troy baseball team took the series 2-1 from ULM. Friday was a tough loss as the Trojans took the lead, but the Warhawks came back to win 7-4.
We took a 4-2 lead. I think midway through that game, they came back and scored 4 and took the lead, and we really couldn't answer that rally that they put together.
Game 2 came down to the wire, and Troy pulled out a 4-3 win in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Garrett Pitts had his second walk-off hit of the season.
They did go up on top 3-0. I think in the 3rd inning they scored 3. We battled and scratched and finally tied the score and won that game late in the 9th inning with some good at-bats and doing some great things. So we got a 4-3 needed win on Saturday.
Batting around on Championship Sunday, Troy routed ULM 19-3 in just 7 innings. Troy had 11 extra base hits, the most since 2010.
The bats finally broke out, something we've been waiting on for 20-plus games now. But certainly glad to see our guys get relaxed in the box, do some things that we thought they were capable of all along, some things that we've practiced and worked hard to get.
One standout player among many through the weekend was David Hall. On Sunday, Hall was 5 for 5 with a grand slam, 2 doubles, and 6 RBIs. Over the weekend, Hall was 9 for 14.
5 for 5 day with a grand slam is not very usual, even when a hitter's in his best time. So very proud of him, his effort, great day, and good day for a lot of people, but certainly for Dave.
Working to get your confidence to where it needs to be and get back up there and keep swinging it like you know you can. And I mean, that's where I was. I was in a low place, kind of middle of the season or earlier, and just kept working and getting back in there. So my confidence is back.
The win marked Coach Pierce's 200th conference win as Troy's head coach. Amy Austin, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans will be on the road tomorrow night for a neutral site game in Pensacola, taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. That game will be at 6:35 in Pensacola. The Trojan softball team had a rough start to conference play as they were swept by the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. The Trojans lost on Sunday 5-0 in Bowling Green. It was J.C. Felt who took the loss after allowing 3 earned runs over 6 innings while striking out 9 batters. Troy was only able to plate 1 run all weekend against the Hilltoppers as they were outscored over the weekend 16-1. That drops the Trojans to 14-18-2 overall this season. For the Trojan track and field team, they excelled at the Alabama relays and saw several performances that moved athletes onto the national rankings. Benjamin Martin placed 2nd in the 100-meter dash with a time of 10:28 to break the school record and move into 1st in the Sun Belt and 3rd nationally. Jordan Landberg took 2nd in the 400-meter dash with a time of 46:84, the fastest time in Division I this year. The men's 4x100 finished 2nd and moved into the top 10 in the nation in the event, while for the women on the 5K, the Trojans saw 4 athletes run PRs in Julia Ostendorf, Samantha Smith, Michaela Hodges, and Keaton Wallace. The Trojan men's tennis team saw their 3-match win streak come to an end on Saturday against South Alabama. The Jaguars picked up a 4-3 victory at the Lunsford Tennis Complex before the Trojans hit the road on Sunday. The men were scheduled to compete at Florida A&M, but that match was canceled due to the weather. The women were on the road Sunday as well, taking on Middle Tennessee, and they picked up a 5-2 win. The women's team has now won 7 of their last 8 matches and have a 9-6 overall record. So Amanda, Caitlin, nice to see the baseball team finally get things started and really get to the offensive performance that we've been expecting out of them. And for softball, tough weekend, but they do have the chance to come back and try and get a win in conference play as they host South Alabama on Wednesday, and that is at home. So Trojan fans have the opportunity to see them in action. First time they've been at home in quite a while.
Exactly. So we really encourage everyone to go out and support our softball team and baseball team on their upcoming games and wish them the best of luck. So
Absolutely.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thanks, guys.